Hey guys, straight up John coming to another Diablo Immortal video. It has been a minute. I've been on the road for the last 3 weeks because of work. We're trying to close out end of the year contracts. I'm sure a lot of you guys can kind of relate to that depending on what job industry that you are in. So I had to do a lot of traveling the last 3 weeks, and unfortunately that left me with not a whole lot of time to play Diablo Immortal. What I want to talk about. One, I want to talk about this update, what we got announced on the 12th. I want to see what that kind of does for us when it comes to Diablo Immortal. The next thing I want to talk about is probably the XP boost, and we may make another video where we kind of dive in and we talk about what is going to be the best time to hop back in here if you would like to catch up on your level, Paragon level that is, to server Paragon because the new content's coming. Let's go talk about it, dive into it, stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so for those of you who have not seen, we do have an update thanks to Blizzard. Crash into the Hells, Minions, Terrors, Up Tides. Okay, what does this mean? What does this do? What are we going to be looking at? What we have here is we are getting Terror's Tide, our second major update. Now, I want to preface this second major update. There's been a few notable updates so far. That's been server transfer. That's been a change class. I think those are the two most notable updates so far. In my opinion, unless it's something major like that, this is not notable at all. Let's see here. Hoist up your courage because you're getting to need and Storm Point, our first launch zone. Okay, so that's a new location. Cool. Players will assault subs. Prison, land, island, investigate a sinister plot to harness the power of the largest world. Okay, I don't care about storyline. I really don't. Like, no one cares. I want to take a moment to thank you for those of us who helped Monumental Milestone. That's good. I mean, I don't think you could be doing this without us. So thank you for acknowledging your player base. As with previous content updates, there will be a server maintenance starting on December 13th from 4 to 6 p.m. If you're watching this, this is right after this update. Feature updates. Introducing hell difficulties. 6, 7, and 8. That is a must. Obviously, things are going to get a little stale. We've been looking at Hell 5 for so long. None of us are really focusing on the combat rating. Now that you're going to add a new tier, this tells us, okay, at what point can we jump up to the next tier to get the best gear? I like it. I think that's awesome. Definitely needed to happen just so that way we can have a better gauge line of where we need to be to progress in Diablo Immortal. Awesome. Love it. Daily activities. We have received a great deal of feedback from players starting that they felt legendary and set item drops did not drop often enough. They don't. It's horseshit. The drop rates are god awful. To address this, we are incorporating them seamlessly into daily activities so that players have more opportunities to receive these types of items. The following changes have been made. Okay. Bounty chest now has a higher chance to drop legendary items. Okay, that's cool. Completing bestiary quests now guarantee a legendary item upon the first turn in each day. So guaranteed legendary every day with bestiary. That's a huge update. That is huge. That's massive. Completing the 3 dungeons will now reward a guaranteed set item once per day. This set item will be rewarded via the codex. That's not bad. I like that play. So that means every day, now your dailies have changed. Now every single day you need to do a bestiary. You need to do 3 dungeons every single day because it's once per day to get a guaranteed legendary and a guaranteed set item. The guaranteed set item is even more popular than legendary. However, they're both going to give you resources that you need for crafting and for upgrading your main gear. So those are huge. So don't get distracted from that. Don't get distracted from like that's a big update. That itself is a big update because it's guaranteed set gear every day. Okay, moving on. Low server Paragon system. To help prepare all adventurers for dangers awaiting in the new Storm Point zone, we have some adjustments to experience catching up in server Paragon levels. All servers below a server Paragon level of 320 will be set to a Paragon level of 320. Okay. Oh, so everyone's going to get matched up. So everyone's going to 320 on the server Paragon. So that's happening. Okay. Maximum experience rewards for being below server Paragon level has been increased from 400% to 800%. Okay, cool. So basically what that's saying is when you were so far behind on server Paragon, if you can see here on the left-hand side, right above my head, my finger is basically touching it up there. You see the 400 points. And that is because I am currently level 347. I am 53 levels below server Paragon. Which means I'm approximately 20 some odd days behind. But at 400%, that's a good increase. However, 800% is what they're saying is even more of an increase. So I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna farm anything tonight. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow when this drop gets done. So that way I can get 800%, which is even more XP, which then basically turns this into every like couple hours is a day's worth of grinding, which is gonna be a very nice dopamine type infused grind forward to server Paragon 390. Okay, moving on here. We have the chance to receive legendary and set items as a drop has been increased by 250% for players far below the server Paragon level. Oh, okay. So we're actually going to get rewarded. So we're actually going to get rewarded being under server Paragon level because it's going to be increased by 250% for players far below the server Paragon. They're not telling us how many levels far below is. I would reckon to guess that like that's 10 to 20 levels in their opinion. Maybe it's more. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit for this, but it does sound like this could potentially be very, very helpful for me in its entirety, which I am all for, right? Because I'm well below server Paragon, as you can see. New Paragon trees. All right, 3 new Paragon trees. 3. Okay, so we knew 2 of them thanks to the data miner. So we have Massacre, which we know, Brawler, which we know, and Duelist. Okay, we recognize that having new Paragon trees locked behind specific Paragon levels makes them feel more gated and doesn't necessarily feel like you've earned them once they're unlocked. As part of the update, we are shifting Paragon trees to unlock at different held difficulties to help held difficulties feel more rewarding and allow players skill instead of grind time to provide early access to Paragon trees. I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. And so far, they haven't done a good job at balancing this. So this could be actually very terrible to say. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's good. Maybe they're going to balance it properly and we're not going to feel the suffering because basically some people don't have skill in the game because this isn't a skill-based game. So what is this actually going to mean? You know what I mean? So moving forward. So players that have already unlocked existing Paragon trees will have those trees unlocked after the update in every case. Okay. So basically, if you've been a long-term player, so this is really going to affect the new players where they're not going to get the same Paragon trees unlocked for them as what we got for us as new players with global launch. Players should be able to unlock new Paragon trees sooner than they could prior to the update. Awesome. Well, maybe that means they get Paragon trees sooner, which would be even better because I know it was kind of tedious before, right? Like getting the treasure hunter tree is huge. Like so, if people can start out with immediately focusing on that, that'd be huge for them in their accounts, right? For progressing. So Massacre focuses on energy efficiency as you rank up skills and your raise your streak counter. So we'll probably cover this as soon as it launches. We'll talk about that tree and we'll see how we feel about it. Brawler focuses on bolstering your defense against elite enemies. While in a party, this benefit will be shared with others. So this is going to be a support role. So the Brawler is going to be a support role where it's going to be against mostly elites. So probably farming areas that have high elites, maybe crack stones where you get some elites come into there. One of those things. Okay. Duelist focuses on utilizing skills to attack damage bonuses. You must avoid taking damage to maintain these benefits. Okay, I like that. Like not getting hit gives you X amount of damage. That's perfect for a demon hunter class like myself. That could be cool. In the event you do receive damage, all the power built up will erupt outward in a static discharge, damaging nearby enemies. That's really cool. So Duelist sounds like a really good set item, and this is a Paragon tree. So that is huge. That is a massive W. I don't care who you are. We've also adjusted the way cheat death works. Cooldown has increased from 120 seconds to 210. I think that's good. I think it's just too broken anyways. Monk skills. We recognize skill unlock for monk order situational skills such as Shield of Zen, yada. Basically, they're adjusting it to later in the tiers. Wow, they're really changing the skills that you get in the order. That's very interesting. Now, granted, this isn't going to affect me. I'm not a monk player, and I don't know shit about monks. So, but yeah, it's very interesting adjustment here, and it's only on the monks, which I feel is very odd. Set items. After a review of your current set items, we determined that Vithu's 4-piece set bonus provided double the attack speed compared to what its in-game description stated. Damn it, they figured it out. We fixed this set, so now it provides the intended 30% attack speed. That sucks. It was like 50% almost is what it felt like. Since this particular set was overperforming by significant amounts, we wanted to create a more parity between it and our other sets. Okay, interesting. In this same vein, we concluded a few other sets that could benefit from turning them to. We have changed the following set bonuses to. Oh, cool. So they reworked set bonuses. This could be huge. Win-lock perfection. Okay, this one's thought to be pretty lackluster. Gain wins when in combat, increasing your movement speed by 15%. 1,000 wins deactivates for 2 seconds if you take damage. That's pretty good. 2-piece, pretty good. Movement skill ability, not bad. I think that becomes viable at a 2-piece. Isatar imbued, 2-piece bonus. Each time you defeat an enemy, gain 30% increased movement speed for 3 seconds. That's a massive increase. I want to say it was like 15 or 20% increase there. Isatar, I think, is very good for speed builds. If you guys have seen my videos, I've brought it out. Like 4-piece Vithus, Shao Boss was the way to go. I think fixing Vithus like they did, maybe now it's 4-piece Shao Boss, 2-piece Vithus technically, because our attack speed did get finally caught, so to speak. But either way, Isatar 2-piece, that's good. Feasting Barons pack, 4-piece bonus. Increased damage done from all sources by 20%. Enemy suffering under your loss of control effects. Okay, that's good, I guess. It's one of those situations where it's still not like you're not going to use Feasting Barons. So, but I do like that they're tweaking things. They're trying to tweak things. They're trying to make things a little bit better. Trying to match the copium, so to speak, for synergy builds. Heroes Journeys. I don't care about campaign chapters 5 and 6 coming later. We have removed zone event tasks from Hero's Journey. Chapter 4 is completed. They will receive the boundary war. It's been so long, I don't even know what this means. Shadow War. Players that become immortal in Shadow War will now experience a new stamina mechanic. Whenever they move throughout the battlefield, a stamina bar will begin to drain. The stamina bar is fully depleted. The immortal will incur a movement speed penalty. The stamina will begin to recharge once. Oh, wow. So that's kind of cool. So they're limiting the movement speed. They're trying to balance out Shadow Wars a little bit better. That's essentially what they're doing. They're trying to balance it out and try to focus more on damage builds versus support builds is basically what the takeaway here for the Shadow War changes. Dungeons. There's now a blacksmith located at the end of all dungeons. That's a must. Ancient elites can now randomly appear in dungeons. That's awesome. Remember, your first ancient elite kill of the day is guaranteed legendary item will drop. That's really good. Waypoint has been added next to the Cavern of Echoes dungeon in the Frozen Tundra zone. Charms increase all the chance to roll plus 10% modifier with imbuing charms. What the shit? I have 2 plus 8s, and now you want to do, after 2 videos on charms, now you want to bump it up to where you increase the drops for 10%, which I knew was the max, but I'd yet to even see. Balls. Okay, well, now we know what we got to do. That's the next thing on the drop is we got to turn these. Hold on, let me hide this. We got to turn these 8s. See these 8s here? We got Vengeance and Crossbow Shot. We got to turn those into 10s now. That's now the priority. All right. Moving on, new zones, questline, Storm Point. Okay, so we got a new zone. Okay, I'm not gonna watch the video. I'll probably watch this later, maybe see if it has anything worth it for me. I don't really care if it's a new point. I really don't. I don't care about a new zone. I want new content to the game, not zones to run and farm. Brill Montine limited time holiday event. Okay, we're like 13 days from Christmas, so now is the best time to have a holiday event. So I definitely get that one. From December 14th to January 4th, you can show your adoration for continual warmth and safety during the Brumatine Unlimited event, holiday event. Each day, players can complete up to 3 daily tasks in exchange for snow dusted rewards and program. Okay, so they're gonna get some rewards. You go in, you do the normal event thing. Okay, cool. And looks like there's gonna be a cold thing too. Interesting. Okay. The Voidwell Heliquary. Okay, another Heliquary boss. I still can't even do the other one, but you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna skip past this because I don't care. Let's see. Is there anything that's worthwhile to talk about here? Let's see. I'm not seeing anything here. Hell 5, Hell 1 and 5. Okay, so they changed basically the Heliquary system and all. This looks like this is going to be where I got to kind of do a Heliquary video and update to it anyways, because there's a lot going into this. I'm not going to cover this all in one vent. I'm going to do another video where we just talk about Heliquary. I'll probably write this out in a spreadsheet on previous and what it is now, actually. Okay, moving forward, 5 new legendary gems. Okay, we knew gems were coming thanks to the data miner, so let's go talk about them. Gems are an integral part of the character's build. No shit. We have added 5 new legendary gems. Basically, with the modified drop table enabled, anytime a 5-star gem drops, it has a 25% chance of being the new consecrated will legendary gem and 25% chance of being the Hellfire Fragment legendary gem. So basically, they've added a banner, so to speak, on crest runs. Keep that in mind if you don't want the new gems. So Heartstone, 1-star gem. Duration of your absorbed shields are increased by 36%, and they also reduce the duration of loss of control effects by 24% while active. Okay. That has potential. Curse Sling. You have 15% chance when attacked to release a burst of light that blinds all nearby enemies, reducing their vision and causing total loss of control for 4 seconds. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. That's not bad. It's an interesting one. Definitely no, I don't think it'd be worth going for, so to speak, but it's definitely interesting. Velocity. When defeating an enemy, you trigger a volatile explosion, dealing 90% base damage plus 365 to all nearby enemies when granting yourself 8% increased damage for 2 seconds. That's a lot. But either way, you're doing a lot of damage with this. This is going to be a good free-to-play gem, it feels like. Concentrated Will. 5-star gem. Okay, using a dash skill, Guardian Angel to your aid. Unleashing a blast of holy light in your direction, dealing 100% plus pitch to all enemies in the path. So basically, it's going to give you like a Kamehameha after a dash skill, is what it says. But this feels a lot like a Path of Exile ability. It worded almost word for word. So I think that's probably where they got that. Hellfire Fragment. 5-star gem. Using a skill conquers 3 Hellfire Blazes around you to seek out enemies with 6 yards, exploding them when dealing 100%. Okay, so a lot of damage there nearby enemies AoE. Enemies struck by multiple Hellfire Blazes take 50% additional damage from subsequent hits. Can occur more often than once every 20 seconds. That's not bad. I'm not mad at it. 20 seconds cooldown, that kind of sucks. But it's still not uncommon to other gems that we currently have equipped it anyways. Overall, I think both of these 5-star gems, not terrible. I think I would love to get them, test them, but who knows, because I am free to play. I'm not going to be spending any money to guaranteed get those. West March Barber. Okay, need of a trim. The Barber. Is this going to be where you can finally fix your goddamn character? Yeah, complimentary re-customization for BR every 7 days. So now you can change your character's face every 7 days. I bitched about this on server transfer, and when they added change class, why was this not a thing? Now they've added it. That's great. I'm glad they did this. Okay, recruit a friend. I don't care. That's stupid. Do this if you will. I'm not going to talk about it. It's basically if you want to try to promote the game to other people, go give them a code, you get rewards, yada yada yada. Okay. Season 8 Battle Pass, Hungry Moon. I don't care. See, I hate these events. Like Hungry Moon, how many times have we had this event? Like rethink this through. This is terrible. I don't know. Gear, this isn't nothing. This isn't anything great. I'm not impressed. I think Battle Pass is a better gear. So looks like they're basically doing an armor here. What is this? Oh, so because you can participate to get this event, right? Get this gear. This is all the drop rates. I'm not going to cover this. You can kind of read this at your own. Basically, you can see here, this is what the actual drop rates really look like when spinning or taking part in that event, so on and so forth. You guys can look into that yourselves. Some bug fixes, and that's it. Let's see, is there any good bug fixes? No, necessarily. December 6th, so nothing was added bug fix wise, so that's not bad so far. Good event, good update. I see a lot of things. The things that really stuck out the most to me is you need to do 3 dungeons every day. You also need to do your bestiary once a day, and you need to kill a unique monster once a day, guaranteeing you 3 basically 3 legendary type items to give you the resources for the blacksmith, which I know a lot of you are probably not lacking glowing shards, right? Like that's what I'm talking about, glowing shards. But now we have guaranteed 3 glowing shards we can get every single day. Good event. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the event as well. I'm gonna wait a day until this kicks in, and then I'm gonna go grind up and do all my good things that I normally would do, and talk about how I'm gonna prepare for Hell 6. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. If you are watching and you're new, Please like and subscribe. Not a whole lot of actual people who watch my videos or subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.